Good morning, it's Kale. So, the other video, welcome. This is going to be funny. Okay, so I got the other cam showing the puppies. So, like I promised, I said I would try and figure out how to do it. So, I have two, what the heck are they called? Let me see if I can figure it out. So, I have three cameras. And I have two HD Pro webcam C920s, and then I have a Logitech StreamCam. So I was trying to get the other 920 to show the puppies, but for some reason it was just like lagging. I don't know, like it would freeze. So anyhow, so I just went with the Logitech StreamCam, which is actually the one I use when I'm doing my gaming videos. So in the background there, the white one with the brown spot, that's Evie. And then the white one behind her, that's Lily, or Lileep, but we call her Lily. So they're both named after a Pokemon. And then the two brown pups that you can see kind of by the spotted one, the lighter color one is Misty, and then the one that you can barely see is Rosie, because she's like the same color as the bed. Misty, lie down. Lie down, baby. The thing is that Evie doesn't like it when Misty's messing around her. Lie down, baby. Oh, she got the toy. She's teething like really hardcore. So hopefully they will behave and just kind of sleep and stuff while I'm trying to color. Let's see how that goes. So today I thought that I would do a little bit of work and maybe try and finish this page that I'd already started and been working on before all the move stuff. And it's in Fairy Miracles by Clara Markova. My phone. And it came with this really cute little bookmark and this other that light. This other little, like a, I guess it's a little postcard. Why is that so bright? Like that. Anyhow, I was just using it as a placeholder. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to adjust the light a bit. There, that's better. Oh, the other way was like way too bright. So, okay, where was I? So what I was doing was, since it's like with little bees, that's not a bee, it's a butterfly. The little honey thing, mabob going on in here. So I was trying to kind of stick with like the yellows and the golds for that. I'm going to turn that down just a tad on there, and actually on here. Okay. And then you got like the little fire under here. I might try and make that a little bit darker, maybe brighter. And then the little teacup that has not tea in it, looks like some kind of honey whipped cream stuff. And then the little desserts, little cupcake thingies. So I think I had left off kind of on the leaves. So I don't know like where I want to go next. Do I want to finish the spoon, this little flower here? Do I want to finish the cauldron? Do I want to finish the desserts like all the way with these little like ribbons here? I'm not really sure. Or these little like flowers here. So, and I don't know, I'm assuming these are these down here. Are those, they're not like sugar cubes because they're not in a cube shape, but maybe they're the the natural version of they're a fairy version of a sugar cube. So I've got my polychromos at hand, and then I've also got my Prismacolors. I think that's what I was using. I might have been using maybe some of the Caileadair or however you say it. So I'm not really sure. I think what I'll do is maybe work on this right here, this little bee thing. What color? He's kind of like a teal, sea green. I don't know if I want to go with more blue or pink, maybe to bring out some of this here. Let's do some pink. So one thing to remember is that it's been like weeks since I think of something I can put. I don't want to walk over there. I want to put something because my bracelet's hitting this glass. This is the I think it's Tim Holtz Media Matte thingamabob. So anyways, remember that I have not colored in quite a while. So it's been like a month, almost a month and a half. So hopefully the results won't be like, you know, crappy. Just like they won't be crappy. Like, does this lady know how to do coloring? Yes and no. The answer is yes and no. Let me put this piece of paper under here. I don't know if I want to put like maybe like a little purple in it or something. So yesterday evening at around 6, 7, somewhere in there, it rained and it rained and it rained. I am so sick of the rain. As a matter of fact, I hear Lily snoring. As a matter of fact, it rained so much in such a short period of time that my street flooded. Became a river, which just was the drains not being able to keep up. So I took a picture through the I really gotta get my Spotify going again. But it turns when it rains so fast and so much in a short period of time, my street floods. It becomes a river, and it's really irritating. It starts coming up these. It went over the sidewalk and up onto the driveway, and that's and a little bit into the front yard, and that's kind of where it just stopped. And then the rain slowed down, and it started to recede. It doesn't stay there very long. But literally the whole street, when you look out at it, is just a moving river of water. So I took a picture and sent it to the city. It's like, hello. And I've sent them pictures before. It's like it's not the first time it's happened, and it's not the worst. It's come pretty close to the house. Of course, you've got people that. Let's use some crimson red. Some people that when they do their mowing in the front yard, they blow the leaves out into the street, and it just clogs up all the sewer drains, all the storm drains. And it got pretty windy, which was a little concerning. since I don't really want my camper that's in the driveway to blow over onto my car, which is kind of parked near it. So yeah, it was no fun, but no tornadoes. We just had like flood warning, which I was like, yeah, I know. I know all about it. It's flooding on my street. It's very irritating. So let me put some of this. Yeah, it's been a while since I colored. So this morning I did a little bit of diamond painting on Aquarius, because it's sitting right on my desk, on the other U leg of the desk over there, as you can see it behind me in the puppy cam. I'll call that the puppy cam. So I can just sit at my office chair anytime, just, you know, do 100 diamonds or whatever. Do, you know, half an hour, 15 minutes. Well, that looks kind of cute. I wonder if I should do like his little wings darker. And of course I cannot remotely, oh, this is pink, this should be pink. I cannot remotely remember what green this is, right? This is what happens when I should probably like take notes. This one might work. I should probably like take notes when I use when I'm doing a picture, a page, whatever, and say, okay, the little bug green is blah blah blah, the desserts are blah blah blah, and just try and keep track of that. Because now that I've had that big break in my coloring, I'm like, I have no idea what colors I used. Maybe what I can do is go into Microsoft Word, or maybe Excel, and then just make like a little document for myself, which won't be hard to just whip up. And so it'll have, you know, like different fields to enter. So it would be like the book, the author of the book, the page. Now they don't normally have a page name, so I have to give myself enough space to enter like a description. So like this one, I would call it, you know, like honey desserts or honey tea time, or something like that. And then that way I'll know what I was doing if I have to take a break from it, or if I don't finish it in one setting, because I don't always finish them in one setting. I have so many other things I'm doing, and then sometimes I just, you know, if it's really more of a complicated drawing, you know, more detail or whatever, or more colors, or it's just going to take longer for some reason, I may not feel like sitting there that long and coloring. As much as I love doing it, I don't necessarily want to sit around for 4 hours or something in one sitting and finish it off. I should test my little chat thing. Although it's been actually pretty stable. Okay, so that kind of filled that out a little bit. It was a little pale. I wonder if I want to add like a little bit of yellow. Maybe a little bit. Just real lightly. Not even over the whole thing. Just in kind of these lighter sections. It's not too shabby. I'm actually going to switch my glasses from my computer glasses to my other ones. I think I'll be able to see better. Little babies are being good back there. Okay. So the head. Which pink is this? Pink Matter Lake. Let's sharpen it. Scare the puppy. They're like, she's like, what the hell was that, Mom? Just gonna go light to start so I can see what it's gonna look like. It's not too shabby. Do we want to do the body solid? I'm going to turn the book a little bit. I know it drives my brother crazy when I turn the book crooked, but I am right-handed. Doing an ad on Spotify. Oh well. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is attempt to kind of maybe add some magenta, kind of like this one here. So of course, yesterday was a rain day. Gray, cloudy, gloomy, hot. Not warm, you know, muggy. And then today is the same. There's no change. What is this? I can't really see because the light that's over to my right is like shining in my face. Instead of like pointing down, and here's magenta, and it's like when I go look at the pencils, they're like over here, like being blinded. I'm being blinded, and I already can't see, so that's not a good thing. Okay, so let's make these lines dark. I guess I have to do dark down here as well. Put a little bit here. Kind of do some little curls right there. I mean, does the head need to be darker? No. Just say no. I want to put this color up in here as well. So it's be interesting to see which DOG is going to be the first one to break. Start parking. Probably Lily. Although the neighborhood's pretty quiet. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, move my water out of the way. Let's get the white. So this is the Prismacolor white. This is the Polychromos white. Let's use that one. Let's try that out. I want to just go in here. Kind of blend that in a little bit. Well, of course, you know, as usual, that I'm just winging it. Because that's how I roll. Well, not always. I do like to plan. I'm not always spontaneous, but sometimes you just gotta wing it and just see what happens. And if it doesn't look good, well, you know, you'll just have to cope with it. Okay, so I think for now I'll leave that. I guess that's good enough. So actually, while I have the magenta out, let's do some of these little berries. I'm not really good at that. And maybe tomorrow I can get back to my actual like abstract painting that I'm working on, my mixed media painting. Where else are these little things are like everywhere. One of the things that I wish that they did with coloring books is to actually have like a line right here, right, and then the design is over here, so that you don't have to be trying to color, you know, on curved paper. And then that way, if you wanted to, you could just like more easily cut it out. If you wanted to like frame it or something. I mean, not that I've ever thought of framing any of these. I don't know, maybe some from the Wildflower Folk coloring book, maybe. Because that art's really pretty. Not my art, the art that's already on there. Not my coloring. These little berries. Coloring it like this weird angle, which I dislike intensely, but I'm working it. So of course, since there's been a lot of rain, it's been really damp here. The humidity levels are like off the chart, and it's really been interfering with my I don't know what it is, arthritis or joint pain or whatever. I mean, I don't have an official diagnosis, but this pain that runs down here on my hand, holy Lord, painful. and like trying to like squeeze. And my one brother was like, well, that's carpal tunnel, repetitive, whatever injury. I'm like, but I'm doing like all sorts of different motions with my hands. Diamond painting, cross stitching, crochet, and coloring, and everything else that I do are not all the same like hand motions. So I don't know about that, but I do know my mom suffered a lot from rheumatoid arthritis. She was in a lot of pain a lot of the time. So that's why I think that that's what it is, but I don't know for sure. I'm really like going outside the line right there. Just deal with it. Let's darken these up a little bit, these bigger ones. So when I redid my office and unpacked the boxes and set it up again from my non-moving thing, I have this particular camera. It's got a pretty good camera mount, but the way that I have it set up so that, you know, it's like kind of overhead, it's attached to the back side of the desk of this actual surface, so I have to kind of be careful that I don't move that too much, because I know that that's like nausea inducing motion sickness stuff. So I'm just trying to kind of color these right here. It's a little darker, nothing major. Trying to think where these, I think, are something different. This little circle right there, I don't think that's a berry. I think it's like a sprinkle. It's like a fairy sprinkle. Okay. So those are those. Get these. That's something different. I don't think that's not a berry. I don't know what that is. It's something. Okay, I think that's all of them. Let me darken this one here and the little label. I could do these, just color them in like that. Maybe make a couple of them darker. So the world is insane, especially since that whole thing went on the other day, that political thing. But this, just the world is insane. Okay, so this little guy, he's got like kind of darker blue-green wings. So I think I'll do his body. Okay, so let's put the magenta away. I think I got all the berries. And then I want to pull the, real quick, dark red. I want to do this little ladybug right here. I'm just going to do a dark red. Screw it. Just solid red. Like that. Those are its little legs. It's a little leaf. So the leaves, I was doing, I don't remember. Oh my god, why is my memory so shot? This really sucks. What do I got here? Light green. Let's just do this one. Just kind of do these two. Sort of mixed together. The AC went on. Noisy. So we had somebody come and put fresh insulation up in the attic. And the AC is a little bit quieter. Not a whole lot, but a little bit, which is nice. Still noisy. Okay, we'll do just that little leaf like that. Oh, they're sleeping so nicely together. Sometimes there's like fights that go on. And then you should hear the growling. Oh my gosh. So I think we're going to do some ribbons. And I'm going to do them purple. And that's going to kind of pick up this purple that's down here. So sometimes I try and do like a little bit of, I don't want to say like symmetry. I don't know if that's the right word. But like kind of mirroring a color like somewhere else. So like the pink and the magenta with these berries, and the purple and the ribbons, and then like the spoons are blue. So, you know, kind of like that. I don't know what you call that. I wonder if there's a technical term. So when I started this, I was using, I think I was using maybe the gel art pens. I don't know. But some of this is like kind of like that watercolor pencil. So it's in some of this, like here, it's in this ribbon. So I'll have to just kind of go over that. I'm going to do these, I think, relatively dark. So I'm going to go kind of with a medium. To start off with. And then I'll come back with a darker purple and do the highlights or the shadows or whatever the hell. I never did bother to check my chat thing. Oh well. I don't have anybody on right now at the moment, so that's cool. So we're contemplating, we have a travel trailer RV style. So we're contemplating trading it in. And getting a Class C. Because for some reason, yours truly here gets like a serious anxiety when we're towing with the truck. I don't know why, but I have a terrible, well, I know why, but I have a terrible fear of being in a car accident. And I drive my husband insane because I'm just so stressed out. It's like, he's like, oh my gosh, she's killing me. I can't help it, man. I just get stressed out. I don't trust other people's driving. I trust my driving. I'm a good driver. I've never even had a speeding ticket. And I started driving when I was 15 and a half. And I'm 64. So I've been driving a long time. But I'm a very cautious driver. I don't do foolhardy things. Not a lot of I don't really speed. You know, I might go 5, you know, over the speed limit. Maybe like on the highway. Not normally on like city streets, but on the highway. You know, the interstate. You know, I don't go weaving in and out of lanes quickly. I'm not in that much of a hurry to end my life because I was being a shitty driver. That's kind of dumb. How'd she die? Well, she just got in a car accident because she was a shitty driver. Like, that's, you know, lame. Plus, I wouldn't want to hurt someone else. That would be irresponsible. Sorry, all you drivers out there that do those kind of things. But I think if you're a shitty driver, you're being irresponsible and you're being unfair to the other people on the road. And have like kids in the car and pets in the car and their grandma in the car. Yeah. You're, you know, who I'm talking to. Be a better driver. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I've got this one back here. I'm going to do them all the same. Trying to do like a consistent medium kind of color. So the watch band I have for my Fitbit, the other one is purple, like what is it called? Not stone. I don't know what it is, but like purple, like amethyst kind of thing. I can't think of the word right now. So what I wanted to do was be able to take it off and then kind of like clean it, give it a break, and have like a different look. And just kind of alternate between the two different watch bands. So I did take it off. So I bought the new watch band, which is kind of like rose gold and silver, so it matches my ring. So it came with the tool where you take out the links so you have like the right size, right? I'm like, I've never done this before. Usually what I do is I have a watch guy that's just like right down the street. And I'll usually just go to him and have him put like all the batteries in the watches and stuff like that. You know, he does watch repair, etc. So I was like, well, let me see if I can use this tool, which I've never used before. And I managed to actually do it. So I took out some extra links and put the watch band back together, and it worked. I was like, I'm really proud of myself. So even when you're older, you can still learn new things. Okay, so this is kind of medium. Not going to be like super picky about it. Do I have any other ribbons? No. Okay, so now, we'll set that one there. Let's look at, so I have violet. What is this? Black cherry. I know that there's a, why do I have these? Well, maybe not a Prismacolor color. So let me take a look in here. Looking for like a dark purple, but because I cannot see, let me move this over. I can see the colors, the light just blinding me out. So I have like purple violet, but that's not really dark enough for what I want. This is manganese violet. Why don't I have a I thought I had a dark violet somewhere. This is one of the only things that like kind of, you know, bugs me when I'm coloring. Is like, you're like, I know I have whatever that color or whatever, you know, dark blue or dark purple, and then you're looking for it and you just cannot find it. Okay, I don't see it there. So let me see something here. Imperial violet. Violet blue. That's really irritating. What is this one? Dahlia purple. It's very frustrating. Imperial violet. That's not really what I want. Here's like regular violet. This one is called Parma violet. I have yarn that color. Let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, that'll work. So we'll use the Luminance pencil. 6901. So I'm gonna do, so let me see, how am I gonna do it? Decisions. So if I go in here, let me kind of do light in the middle. Now these pencils, they work different. They feel different when you're coloring with them. I don't remember if they're wax-based or oil. Why am I going outside the line? And can you tell that I did anything there? I don't know. Maybe make it a little darker. So these here have like little what are those little things right there? Like little tassels, I think, little dots. So I think what I'm gonna do is use this. Let's see how big. What do I got over here? This is an 8. I want something smaller. Here's a 2. I'm just going to color them black. Like that. So I have a drawer in my monitor stand that has like all of this stuff. You know, micron, Pigma markers, whatever. Okay. Let's go back to my dark purple. Just try not to go outside the lines all over the place. Like a coloring slob. My mom would be like, don't worry about it. Loosen up. She's always trying to get me to loosen up whenever I would draw. It's alright. She's hilarious. But she was an artist. Of course she's going to tell somebody that, yeah, just loosen up, it'll be alright. It'll come out alright, and you're looking at it and you're like, it looks like crap. Oh my gosh. And she entered me into the art contest. I was like, or the art class, I think it's a class. I was like, ugh. And I was trying to draw something, some picture she had. You know, make a replica or whatever, and I was like, it doesn't look good. And it was about, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. I'm like, it doesn't look good. I had tears in my eyes, because of course I was trying to make it perfect because of my perfectionistic tendencies were coming out even then. And even she was like, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm like, but it doesn't look like the picture. I was so upset. I was so upset. I was like, I hate art. I mean, I loved looking at it. I was just like, I don't want to do this. It was funny. But what's really interesting is that if I remember it correctly, it actually came out pretty decent. So, and my mom's like, see, it looks very nice. And even I had to kind of grudgingly admit that it looked pretty nice, even though I hated almost every second of drawing it. I think it was a painting. It was like a horse on a red background or something. I don't know. Something like that. I was just like so miserable. I was like, screw this thing. Those are funny memories from childhood when I was just like always trying to be a perfectionist. And that lasted a long time into my adulthood. Always trying to be a perfectionist. I'm going to do these like super dark purple, and then I might come back with a little black and do those lines that are in the center. And just kind of free flow in here. Like my mom would say, relax. So I decided in the room that has the day bed, which I do sleep in every once in a while, that I would cover it with like a little lace, like sheer, not lace, like kind of like a sheer canopy, and made it like a little fairy bed. Cute. Got some butterfly stickers, 3D butterfly stickers, and kind of gonna get some wisteria. And I changed my duvet cover. I'm trying to make it like a kind of like a garden feel when you go in. Got little because on the day bed I have a string of lights, so it can kind of light up at night. Just kind of make it like a nice pretty chill space. My husband does snore like my dog. Actually, I think my dog might be worse. So there are definitely nights where I'm like, nope, I'm out. I'm a very light sleeper. I hear everything. Okay, so how does that look? I wish I could get the light right so it looks, so you can actually see like a little better color representation, because it's actually purple, but when I look at it on the monitor I kind of see like bluish. So, and I do have some indigo. Might actually use that. See how that looks. I guess it would be nice if I could color more quickly. I'll fill this one in a little bit. I could get more done. And sometimes I see people like, look at all my finished pages, and I'm like, I'm nowhere near that. But again, it's important not to compare yourself to others. Of course it's not. Okay. Those are pretty little ribbons. Look at my babies in the back. All asleep. You can barely see Rosie. She's like the same color as the bed. She's right behind Misty. The reason why they're sleeping like that is because they ate at 11, so that's their lunch time. It's somewhere between like 10:30 and 11. And then they said, oh, I'm sleepy, mommy. Well, when I was setting everything up and trying to figure out how to get like the second camera so I could show you guys little pop-ups, then Misty started like crying at me, and I'm like looking at the time, I'm like, oh, you hungry? Just putting a little bit of this blue in here to give it a little depth. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know. The technical term for that is something else. Okay. Alright, so blue goes there, and purple goes in there. Okay, so this little guy here. So he's in like a green area. Let me check my chat while I'm at it. All this time, it's like, hello. Okay. Let's see if that shows up. Somebody chatting in there. Yeah, it shows up. I wish I could make it bigger. I don't know how people do all that stuff. And then while I'm at it, let me check the quality. Stream quality is good. Woohoo. Okay, so he's seen like a kind of green area, and I haven't decided yet as far as like the background. I mean, like, I don't know like what color would look good. I mean, there's ground down here. Probably goes up to here. I see dots there, dots there. My phone. Dots over here. So I'm assuming that up here is like sky. Maybe like here. But I mean, do I really, you know, does every background have to be blue for the sky? Probably not. But I mean, what other color would I do? Purple? No. I don't know. Dark blue? I don't know, I have to figure that out. I'm assuming that down here would be like kind of brown for the ground. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. I think this little thing is like, this little thing here is like a little cotton puffy thing. I don't know what. So let's make him, this is like blue-green. Let's make him light blue. Or this is non-photo blue. What kind of name is that for a color? Let's look here. Light phthalo blue. I like that one. So let's just do his head real light like I did the other one. So the last few days, okay, so we're in June, and my son died in June. So I'm already feeling that sorrow, pain, oh my God, just the agony of it all. And so the past couple of nights, like before I fall asleep and when I wake up, I'm just like just tears in my eyes. Because it's still so painful. And June 22nd will be the 2-year anniversary. And it's just so painful. That loss is just, ugh. Just so awful. And it's like, you know, and I'm like, how can it hurt so bad? You know, how can something like that hurt so bad? I mean, I know, like, you know, obviously intellectually, well, you know, your son died. But there's like this weird level of pain that comes over you. And it's so sharp and it's so strong. I mean, it practically leaves you breathless and you're just, your body is just freaking out. And you're like, this kind of pain is like, I'm gonna die kind of pain. Like, why did I put that up there? Like, physically, you just feel like that. It's awful. It's so sharp and so deep. Probably not good for your body to let that happen too much. Probably like letting like your adrenal glands or something, like bad juju on your hormones. So I try not to, but oh my gosh, this anniversary thing is just terrible. And I just miss him. And his death was tragic. It's just awful. Such a waste. So sad. Don't let anybody ever tell you that addiction is no big deal. It breaks people. It breaks families. Breaks lives. Give him some curly cues here, like I did the other one. And then what I'm going to do, maybe, is just go over here again, a little lighter. Put a little bit of this blue over here. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to handle this 2-year anniversary. Misty's falling off the bed. Okay. Like I'm gonna cope. Because, you know, every time I get to the point where I'm like, well, you know, just let yourself cry about it, blah, 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 let the tears out, right? I can hear my son's voice going, Mom, like, don't do that. Like, thanks, dude. I can literally hear him and see him, you know, looking at me like, don't go there. I guess he looks a little better. I wonder if I should put some white in there. Maybe. Where's my white? This is the Prismacolor white. A little bit here and here. That looks pretty good. Let's put, what I want to do about his little eyelid. This one I did pink, but I think if I do blue, you won't be able to like really like see. So I think maybe what I'll do is like do this like some bright green, like this one, chartreuse. Can barely see it. I don't think you were going to be able to see it anyway, so. Now this little fluffy thing right there. Okay, these are polychromos. They don't go in that container. This one I'm going to do this is cold gray. So since I was doing the watercolor pencils, so it's got like a little green here on the bottom of this little thing. You see what I'm doing? This little thing. Come out, make it like fluffy. Like one time I'm going out of the line. Well, not the one time, but on purpose. So let's go ahead and like color that like that. Like a little cotton ball. going to take maybe like a little hint of yellow. Just a little bit. I'm going to keep putting the white away. Oh, this is that. I don't want that one. And then some white. It's a little fluffy thing. It's not going to have a whole lot of detail. Wow, they're actually being quiet for a long time. So up in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take cadmium yellow and kind of go around these edges. And just give it a little oomph. I probably should sharpen this pencil. I'm really bad about that. Maybe that's why I go outside the lines. I don't know. But I'm just going to kind of go around these edges. And then I'm going to do this darker and shadow this back part of the wrapper here. So anyhow, so I hope I managed to come through this 2-year anniversary with grace and, you know, honoring my grief. And I just, you know, as time goes on, I just realize more and more that it will never go away. That level of sorrow, it just won't. I mean, you know, he was special. In some weird, like, mother-son thing. You know, my daughter is special to me. And she's special to me in a mother-daughter way. And I know she understands that. You know, I probably said at some point that I love Devin more, but I don't really. It's just different. I don't know how to explain it. And she's not a mother, so she doesn't really have any, like, reference point for that. You know, and I love her immensely. I mean, she's a trip. But she's not my son. She's my daughter. It's just different. Don't know how to explain it. Wish I could explain it, but I don't know how. It's not like I was in competition with her. I know they talk about, like, you know, mothers are in competition with their daughter. I'm not a vain person, so that's, like, doesn't apply. That would mean like me resenting my daughter because she's beautiful. That would just be, or successful, or whatever, talented, or whatever, right? When she's actually all of those. And I heard somebody move. That was Rosie. Yeah, she's much more pretty than I ever was or ever will be. Whatever. She's gorgeous. But I'm not in competition with her. Like, why would I be? It's dumb. Okay, so I got this, like, a little bit more I filled in as far as that color thing goes. Where did Hoochie Coochie go? She's still there. He's sharpening his pencil. I don't wake anybody up. It's okay. They're like, what? I mean, it's like my mom dying. I miss my mom. Like, oh my gosh. But even that pain of losing my mom is nowhere near the same as the pain that I feel about my son. And I love my mom. I always will. But she's not my son. I don't know. I guess you have to go through it to understand how it's just bizarre. That level of emotion, that bond. And, you know, like, if, you know, most people, they have people in their life that they're closer with than with other people. That's just kind of natural, I guess. You know, you could be a mama's girl, you could be a daddy's girl, or you meet somebody and you're like best friends, like right from the start. You know, or you meet your future spouse and right from the get-go you're like, I'm marrying that person. Like, you know, like there's like that kind of instant, that connection. And that's how it was with my son when he was born. I mean, and it was instant. Like, I don't think I even saw him immediately. Well, first of all, he was killing my back. I was like, oh, this baby has to come out. I was like, oh, you're killing me, man. And they said, you know, you have a son. And then I looked, and it was just, that was it. You know, that was it. And it never went away, and it never broke, even under the BS that he put me through with his addiction. It just never broke. It should have broken. And there were times it was pretty close. Ugh. He was like, his stupid addiction sucked. I always wonder how his life would have been if he hadn't been an addict. If he hadn't been suffering. If he hadn't been suffering from depression. Evie, don't growl at the baby. She's not doing anything to you. Let's put some light yellow in here. Evie can't, you know, it's funny. Evie can't stand when Misty's like bugging her, like next to her, right? But she'll go and play with her. And they play like fiends. And it's like, what? It's like, they have like a love-hate relationship. Maybe because they're similar personalities to each other. Okay, I'm almost done with these. I'm just putzing. I want to do something with those two lines that are here. I don't think purple would be appropriate. Maybe black? Let me see where I have black over here. So I bought this, this little, it's purple. It doesn't look purple in the light, but this purple little flower pot. It's actually for a flower, you know, for a plant, but I put some pencils in there. just because it's so cute. Okay, so let me see. This doesn't have it. I have to figure out the dots too as well. Let me turn this page. Like these dots right here, I need to figure that out. Maybe soon I can reset up my Spotify so there's no ads. They really irritate me. I really wish that you didn't have to worry about that music thing with the copyright. I would be playing SoundCloud tunes from my library. Let me see how that looks. A little better. They're not so faint. I see somebody moving around. I see Misty's tummy. You see her tummy? She's putting her foot in Rosie's face. She chews on everybody. She has no respect for personal space. None. She'll literally go up to Lily and just start gnawing on the side of her face. I'm like, well, you have bad manners. It's like bad manners. Okay, so maybe they went back to sleep. Where'd Evie go? Evie said, screw these puppies. She probably went on the other bed. There's one around the where you can see the drills up there. Let me see if I can point correctly and not be like retarded. Okay, so you see the corner of the canvas, and that's the corner of the desk, and that's the Aquarius canvas. On top of it is the little foam thing that holds the little drill containers, little plastic containers. So on the other side of that part of the desk, on the floor underneath the drafting table, is the other fluffy, well, it's different than that. It's more like a shaggy bed. So Evie may have gone over there and just said, screw these little puppies. I would say that Evie and Lily are probably about 2 years older than the younger puppies. And they're actually sisters. They're bonded sisters. Like, they would die without each other. I'm making this little handle black. So I had this color in my hand. I was like, I'll go ahead and just do this black while I'm yik-yakking about dogs. I think Misty is chewing on the toy. Oh, the little handles look cute. Probably should go around these edges as well. Just make them black. This is, yeah, it's just straight black. So since Misty is teething so badly, oh my gosh, she's been chewing on everything. So I have these little fabric stairs that go so Rosie can get on the couch because she's so little she can't jump up there. I mean, she probably could, but she just won't do it. So I have the little stairs for her to get up on the couch. And so the other day I noticed that the corner was chewed on. I'm like, guys, you're killing me, little girl. You're killing me. I feel somebody on my foot. That's got to be Rosie. No, I was wrong. It was Misty. Misty tends to be more independent than Rosie. Rosie's a clinger. I want to sit on your lap. Pick me up. Turn the heating pad on for me. Pick me up. Put me on the couch. Misty's much more independent. See? Let's see if I can. Come here. Oh, bend down. Get this dog. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi to the camera. Go hi. Go hi. That's Rosie. No, I don't want to be licked. Mommy's coloring. I'm streaming. Oh gosh, goodness gracious. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna put her down. Misty's like, I'm jealous. And I'm like, I don't need you barking right now. Crying. Why didn't you pick me up? You guys can go play. Now mommy's busy. Go away. Go play. Mommy be done soon. Okay? Now I'll set up your heating pad for you out in the living room. This dog's an addict with the heating pad. Little puppy heating pad. Try and make this cauldron look a little bit nicer. Although I've been going an hour and a half, they seem to be mostly behaving, so I'll keep going for a bit. I need to send a little message to my daughter and see how she's doing. We don't really talk to each other often. As a matter of fact, we haven't spoken like voice-wise since Devin passed away. It's almost 2 years. Well, and then of course I got my my website down at the moment because we're changing web hosts. Evie. Oh goodness gracious. Evie. Go out in the living room if you're going to do that. She sounds so vicious. It's a lot of noise. All bark, no bite. That looks a little bit better. But now I gotta figure out in here, maybe, what am I doing? So I've got this kind of like cold gray 2, but I know there's another one. Here's cold gray 1. I don't know, I can't remember if there's a 3, maybe. Warm gray 4. There it is, there's the 3. So, I can do is start with this one. Just kind of go over a little bit of that black that I was laying down. I guess they all went back to sleep. Evie's laying there, that's funny. I'm gonna try and go on the outside, try and make it look a little rounded, and I think that's what people do. If you don't like it, if you don't want her bugging you, get up and move. No, Mommy doesn't want to hear that. Okay, now let's switch over to the second one. And kind of go a little bit further towards the middle. So because Misty doesn't have any understanding of personal space, she just makes Evie so upset. And I don't know how to teach her that. I'm not a dog. Like, I guess that's, you know, and Evie growls at her, but she doesn't really seem to care. What are you doing, Evie? Lie down, baby. Don't worry about the puppy. Just ignore her. She's just a little wench. She's a little brat. Okay, let's go with the light one. More like in the middle. Let's see if I can get like that kind of rounded look that I see other artists achieve. Whether I can do that or not is something different. I'm gonna put some white on there. I'm just gonna kind of blend these in a little bit. So I went in, I have a Bulova watch, real nice, pretty one that my husband gave me years ago. And I need to get a new band for it. And so you go into Amazon and you type in women's watch bands, and all they give you is freaking watch bands for Apple Watches. I'm like, did I type Apple Watch in there? So I don't have a freaking Apple Watch. Why would I spend that much money on a dumb watch? It's dumb. So I cannot find one. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is actually go to like a department store, see if I can find one, because it's a real thin, not thin, it's a narrow band, right, the one that's on there right now, and that's what works with that watch. It's not wide, so I need to just probably go somewhere and look for one. Pain in the neck. So then I type into the Amazon thing, I put regular watch band, and it did a little better. Put up stuff like for a Timex. I'm like, okay, now we're talking. That's funny. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. That looks better. It looks more, it had more color coverage. Before it was pretty light. So let me take the, I don't know, I don't know if the white would actually like work. That's Rosie. Knock it off, Rosie. She's calling Misty, I think. She's such a diva. She's like, come play with me, peasant. I am bored. Come play with me now. She's so bad. For being so little, she's so bad. Put a little bit of white in here, not that you can really see it. But did she come back in here? Yes. What is she doing? Something. I tell you, man, if I didn't have the dogs, I'd probably lose my mind. They're good company. All things considered. Little rodent. Okay, let's see. So that's that. I don't know what made me start working on that. So here, I hear somebody growling. Evie. I've got Carmen Red and Crimson Red. Evie, can you stop? I'm gonna go red here. Y'all behave. Or else. I always make threats to them. They're so idle threats. It's like, I'm not gonna do anything. It's like, I'm gonna toss you across the room, I'm gonna punt you or whatever, right? I'm always saying like these crazy things. You know, knock it off. I'm gonna get the weapon. They're just like, what? And then I go, I don't mean it. You know mommy loves you. It's hilarious. But they know, like when I say that, they're like, she doesn't mean anything. She isn't gonna do shit. They love me. I'm their mama. Okay, so I got kind of like this red thing going here. But I don't want to make it, what is this? Poppy red. Let's do that. I would say that probably the color that I have the hardest time with is red. I don't know why. It's really irritating. Like if somebody asked me to color a red rose, I'd be like, ugh. Like I can't, I don't know how. Some water. What are they doing? Let me move the camera a little bit. This way. Oh, my chair's in the way. I'll move over like that. What are you doing, Misty? Misty. Psst. What are you doing? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so here, let me take this darker one, go over this more, and then I'll take, you all be nice to each other, do it like that. They chew each other up. I gotta fit, that must be like its little body under there. Maybe I should just do that like a light red. Kind of like that. Maybe like that. Oh, I like the way that stands out. And I gotta kind of finish, because I think what's on here is not any pencil, it's just the watercolor pencil. I haven't gone back over the spoons. Look at that chunky little puppy, little fatty. She's such a pig. So over here, should we do these pink? So I got a lot of yellow, and I got a lot of this kind of peachy brown, kind of like honey color. So I've got some pink there, and I've got red. I might do these little flowers red and white. I gotta go back over the heart. This paper was getting wrecked up from the water. I got purple there. I could make them just white. I could use like the if it went running out, the pencil, the pen. Where do I have it? This, I could use this and just make them white. I think I'll do that. Okay. So let's see where we're at. So I'm done with the gray on here, I think. And I'll probably put a little bit of the Signo white here and here and here. I need to do this. Let's go over it with the light color. And then what I'll do is I'll do some shading or whatever, the shadows with probably with black. Seem to work pretty nice on the upper part of the cauldron. So let's recap. So it's been storming like crazy here. Too much rain. Looking for a Class C motorhome so that I don't have anxiety when we go camping. We'll just trade the other one in. Puppies are doing good. Misty is teething. And it's June, and it's going to be the 2-year anniversary of my son's death on the 22nd. And my older brother is still not really wanting to talk to me. Lovely. And the schizophrenic brother's out running around in the world. Oh, who knows what he's doing. I think he's been traveling here and there. I get emails, but that's about it. And I don't really know what my daughter's doing. She's busy doing her thing. Okay. So I got some more like color down in here, and then I'll go back over the black like I did here. I don't know, maybe this darker gray. Let me test it out here. Why is that weird right there? So what if I go darker like that? And of course I'm continuing on with all my crafts. So on my crochet project, which is called the Chrysalis Throw, I think it's a make-along. I don't think it's a cow. I think it's just a make-along, not a crochet along. I see no dogs behind me. They must be messing around out in the living room. So I finished part 3. Part 3 or part 3A? Maybe part 3B. I don't know. I finished one of the parts. So now what I need to do is go back and sew in all the ends, which will take me a while. There's a lot of ends in that section. I mean, her patterns are gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. The designer is Jen Tyler. Her patterns are gorgeous, and they're really hard to do. You're like, where does this stitch go? But when you figure it out and you've got the row or the section, because she has like a lot of individual rounds, like that aren't like tied to the main piece. Well, they are, but I don't know. Anyways, once you figure out like what she's asking you to do, you're like, oh, that's so gorgeous. You're like, you're really like super impressed. You're like, that looks really, really good. And I always wonder, like, how did she figure out how to design that way? I think she's in like South Africa or something like that. They have a lot of crochet enthusiasts there, and she's really a nice lady. And she's just, I think that is part of the leaf back there. I guess. Oh, green. There we go. What you doing, Evie? Evie. What are you doing? Where's the baby? Where's the babies? Oh, there's two. Oh, there's two. What are you two doing? What are you up to? Are you staying out of trouble? Or are you bothering Evie? Get off there. Go away. Misty. What is it? Oh, Evie's got the toy. Misty's like, can I have it? And Evie's like, no. They do that. They do that with each other all freaking day long. And Misty's actually bigger, you know, or I don't know if she's bigger than Rosie, she's stronger. She's not as delicate. What the heck is Rosie doing? What are you doing, Rosie? So she's stronger than Rosie, and so she can like kind of get at Evie better. Let me push this bed over. She's trying to fluff up the bed. She looks like a little rat, but I love her so much. What are you doing? What are you doing to the bed, Rosie? Rosie Blue Star. That's her full name. Because she's Blue Fawn. And then Misty is a fawn. And then Evie and Lily are mutt chihuahuas. They're mutt chihuahuas. Rosie and Misty are actually like purebred, like AKC chihuahuas, but Evie and Lily, like, I call them mutt chihuahuas. What color is this? Green. Alright, well, since they're like going crazy, and I did a bit, I mean, I don't know if I could say that I did a lot. Move the sheet out of the way. So we've got sort of a plan. So I'm going to come back here and do these dots white with this. And I'm going to put some white here, kind of highlight the handles a little bit. And then I've got to finish the labels here. But that's the small area that wouldn't take very long. I think I got all the berries, and I think I got all the leaves. So then I'll come back down here. I have my brother's file. Why she got the book crooked? I'll come down here, and I think I put some colored pencil on this part already. But I'll come and I'll finish up the cup and the plate, and then this other spoon. I think this element is done. This one is done. And I believe these are done. This one's done. These just need those little sprinkle things colored in. And these I'll probably make them white with this. And then I've got these little flowers here that need to be done. And here. And then I've got some stems here, 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 a little bit here, and then like over here. But I'll get these stems on this one when I do the flowers. I think I'm going to do them red and white, like a kind of blush red. What you doing, Lily? Is that Lily? No, it's Evie. I just didn't see her spot. They look alike if you don't see the spot. So see how Misty has no consideration for Evie's personal space. She just got in the bed and just like leans up against her. She'll literally like walk all over Rosie, walk on Lily. She just like comes up to them, and it's like just meet like that. It's just like, hi, how you doing? Did it talk, bite, whatever. It's not like kind of approach and say like, is it okay if I, you know, like come and play with you or whatever. lay next to you, she just literally just like dives right in. Then I'll come back over this, which I think is just the watercolor pencil. This little area here, finish the spoon. So I would say it's a, what, 70%? 70% done. Rosie, get out of there. Out, 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 out. Go, go, go. Go away. Oh, she wants me to pick her up. Just never ending. I feel you. Mommy's almost done. Just be patient. So I would say maybe like I'm about like 70% done. And then I still have to decide if I want to do a background. Maybe dark blue up here. Like a dark midnight blue. And then down here, like maybe a dark brown. Or like, because I did here, this soil here has got like tan, that light color here. Take that and put that there. But I think if I go, maybe kind of leave a little shadow here or something, a lighter color here, because this is brown. But like just do this just all like dark brown. Decisions. Evie's like, I'm gonna tolerate her as best I can. Poor thing, she's so patient. Even though she growls at her like all day long, like leave me alone, leave me alone. She's actually pretty patient with her. Alright, I'm going to probably, it's cloudy and gloomy still outside. I will probably just head out to the living room and maybe crochet my ends in on that one crochet project. Oh, let me show you the back of the book while I'm thinking about it. It's really cute. It's got some nice pictures in it. Kind of follow like a theme. Fox. A little bat. And one of the nice things I like is that, say like on this one here, there's not really like a design on the back side, so if you screw the back side of the paper, like if ink or whatever comes through, it's not a big deal. Little fairies and like little, you know, bottles and little cupcakes. This is cute. They're in a little merry-go-round. Like little items on the pages. Little mushroom houses. And this little key here. This little tassel. This is like some of these like common themes throughout. Like these little, kind of like, to me they're like bee dragonflies. Because the wings are kind of long, but to me they look like kind of like a bee dragonfly. I guess that's a dog. It's kind of funny looking. Little kitties. Bunny. A little fairy with another little fairy. This one's pretty. The swan or goose or whatever. This is one I did. A little ocean theme. I think I'm done with it. I forgot to put a date and sign it. This is the other one I was working on. And these flowers. Bright yellow flowers. Still adding color to them. And a little purple dragon, and then she has like purple hair. But I'm not done with that one. So this kind of, you can see like this one's going to be interesting. Like I'm going to do this flower with watercolor pencil because it's a big area. And like these, I would do the same. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, life sucks. It sucks to be you, Evie. You're letting that little rat kick you out of the bed. What happened to the pecking order of the oldest, or like the bosses? Missy's like, I don't care. Evie's like, okay, well, I'm just going to go on the other bed. Well, she's distracted because I want to go back to sleep. I don't know. Lily and Rosie must be out in the living room. This is my life. This is my life. Coloring, diamond painting, crocheting, cross stitching, and dealing with 4 chihuahuas and an old cat. Actually, let me put this back in here. While it's kind of setting, I'll just put that back in there. I appreciate anybody who came by to watch or watching after I'm done live streaming. And yeah, it's we're down to earth here. There's nothing fancy going on. So it's a good thing. That's what the world needs more of. Just reality. Like, this is reality, right? Nothing fake here. So thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going to do another live stream or when I put up another video. I think the next one I'm going to do in my rotation, now that I'm back to streaming after the not moving situation, is so I did diamond painting, now I've done a coloring, so I'll probably try and get a cross stitch one in. That's a little harder. I gotta, you know, like, the setup's a little bit different. What is she doing to the bed? She has a curly tail. What are you doing, Misty? Don't chew on the bed. Oh, I guess she was like fluffing it up to make it more comfortable, even though it's already fluffy. So I guess they can sleep peacefully together when they're in 2 separate beds. Longer than when they're together in one bed. I gotta go see where the other 2 are, but Lily's probably on the back of the sofa, the back cushion of the sofa, and then I have no idea what Rosie's doing. She's not. Oh, she's sleeping at my feet. She curled up in a ball. So underneath this part of the desk, which is a U, I have a kind of like a faux fluffy shag thing. I have a couple of like real soft carpets, and they like laying on them, so that's what she's laying on. And actually Lily might be on the bed that's on the other side of the room. That way. Am I pointing the right way? Yeah. So I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee. I'm gonna sit down and put something on the TV that's just chill to watch, and I'll probably kick the dogs out of my office and bring them out there with me, and we're just gonna wait and see. I think it's supposed to rain sometime today, so yeah. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Again, my name is Kale. The channel is Celestial Realms. And if you have any questions for me about my crafts or my puppies, or if you want some more information, and I'll probably do like one stream that's just going to be devoted like to my son. Questions about grief or addiction or depression that I might be able to provide a little assistance or advice, or just information from my own past experience with my son and my own depression and so on and so forth. Just leave a comment below and I will answer you and get back to you without problem. Enjoy the rest of the day wherever you are, and be kind to yourself, be kind to other people. We really need stability and peace, and I don't know what the word is. I don't say tolerance, but some things you can't tolerate, you know, when it comes like to children or whatever, but maybe like agree to disagree type of thing. So I'll see you next time, and be sparkly. Oh, see, I knew it. Lily was the first one to bark. I'll see you next time.